Tonight on Love Live at 6, KHMH reaches critical point of capacity. Positive COVID-19 cases up by 371 with 6 deaths reported. Council of Churches stand behind the vaccination campaign. Mennonite community gets blocked by police on its Free Belize protest. Former Belize City Mayor arrested for hosting illegal gathering. Father of the Nation, Right Honorable George Cadle Price, remembered. Prime Minister gives thanks to Belize's COVID heroes. And dozens are released from prison as the state of emergency on crime expires. We've got these stories coming up next on Love Live at 6. We'll be right back after the break. And a very pleasant good evening to you, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Love Live at 6 for today, Friday, September 17, 2021. With the news in detail, I am Alan McCoy. The Intensive Care Unit, ICU, is full at the Carl Hugener Memorial Hospital, with 8 persons on the side awaiting space in the ICU. It is an alarming situation that the hospital brought to the public's attention over the weekend via a press release. Aside from having to deal with the 28 COVID-19 patients, the nurses and doctors at the Carl Hugener Memorial Hospital also had to deal with 4 gunshot victims and 11 labor deliveries. Further discussions with Dr. Adrian Coy, the Director of Medical Services at the facility, dived into some of the numbers the KHMH is facing. Dr. Coy goes on to explain that Belize is currently experiencing a raging community spread, and that is making the situation even more challenging at the KHMH. As for the well-being of the workers at the KHMH, Love News understands that there is a very high percentage of vaccinated workers. Dr. Coy notes that to date, although some staff members have contracted the virus, there have been no deaths among the hospital personnel. The Ministry of Health and Wellness is reporting an alarming number of new COVID-19 infections. Tonight, there are 371 new cases along with 6 fatalities attributed to the coronavirus, bringing the death toll to 395. What's equally concerning is that there are 25 people hospitalized, which include 7 persons in the intensive care unit. Of the new cases, 178 were tallied in the Belize district, with 135 of those cases listed in Belize City alone. That goes along with another dozen in Ladyville and 5 in Hattieville. 75 cases were in the Kaya district, scattered across communities including San Ignacio Town that recorded 12. 46 new cases were in Toledo, most of which were in Punta Gorda Town and in Sunday Wood Village. Orange Walk tallied 37 new cases, 20 of which are in the town, and another 16 cases were in the Corozal district. On the international front, CNN News reports that the COVID-19 pandemic has now killed more Americans than the 1918 flu pandemic did. More than 675,000 people in the United States have died from COVID-19, according to Johns Hopkins University. That surpasses the estimated US death toll from the deadliest pandemic in the 20th century. Several church leaders have emerged issuing public statements in support of the COVID-19 vaccine. A recorded message from the more popular denominations took part in the message, including Bishop Philip Wright of the Anglican Church, Bishop Moses Bengoche of the Methodist Church, and Bishop Larry Nicasio of the Catholic Church. The religious leaders are basically calling for citizens to act in selflessness. The anti-mandated vaccine group, led by the Mennonite communities of Spanish Lookout and Blue Creek, attempted to spread their message of free Belize to the old capital this weekend. Their attempt was foiled by the police via a road blockage on the main highway. News director Rene Trujillo reports. And while the Free Belize protests went without incident, there was a case of the Belize Rights and Justice Movement, BRJM, that took to the Battlefield Park on Saturday morning to not only protest the vaccine mandate, but also the vaccines. Heading the movement was former Belize City Mayor Zenaida Moya, who was subsequently arrested. She told the media that she was being targeted and that she was manhandled by police. Love News caught with Moya as she was released from Precinct 3 on Queen Street on Saturday morning. Up to this point, she was only being charged for hosting a gathering of more than 10 persons who are not of the same household. According to Moya, she was not notified that she was being arrested or what charge was being brought against her. She further noted that she was merely walking on the sidewalk when she was picked up on Freetown Road. After the break, a teenager was fatally shot over the weekend while a man was shot to the face in separate incidents. This is Love Live at 6. We'll be right back.